mythology.
Before there were gods, before there was sky, sea, or even the earth beneath our feet, there was something far more elusive. Not nothing, but something deeper, something darker. In the ancient Greek imagination, the universe did not begin with order, but with a vast and mysterious presence known as chaos. To understand how the Greeks explained the origins of existence, we must turn to one of the earliest and most influential works of Greek thought, the Theogony of Hesiod, composed around 700 BCE. This epic did more than tell stories. It offered a structured vision of how the cosmos itself came into being. And in this video, we will explore that vision, from the earliest beginnings of the universe to the first generations of divine power. To grasp the Greek understanding of the cosmos, we must first imagine how they saw the world itself. For the ancient Greeks, the Earth was not a globe, but a vast, circular disk, relatively flat, though marked by mountains and hills. Above it stretched a great celestial dome, solid and immense, like a roof enclosing everything. Each day, the sun and stars would rise in the east, cross the sky, and disappear in the west. Since they always returned from the same direction, it was believed they traveled beneath the earth or along some hidden path before rising again. Encircling this terrestrial disk was a colossal river known as Oceanus, an endless stream marking the boundary of the known world. Above, the sky was imagined as a physical structure, sometimes described as bronze or iron, arching high above the earth, though not infinitely so. The gods themselves were thought to dwell either within this celestial realm or atop Mount Olympus, the towering mountain in northeastern Greece. Beyond the visible world lay the unknown. To the far east, one could reach the point where the sky met the earth, the birthplace of the rising sun. To the far west, darkness reigned, near the entrance to the underworld. Beneath the earth lay a shadowy domain, Hades. This was not merely a place of myth, but one believed to be physically accessible through fissures in the land, natural openings called Katavathra. One of the most famous was located at Tainaran, in the southern Peloponnese. Yet even deeper than Hades existed another realm, Tartarus. Tartarus was described as unimaginably distant, so far beneath the earth that it mirrored the distance between earth and sky. According to the Theogony, a bronze anvil dropped from the surface would take 9 days and nights to reach it. Unlike Hades, which served as the dwelling of the dead, Tartarus functioned as a prison, a place of exile for defeated or dangerous divine beings. Over time, however, this distinction blurred, and Tartarus became associated with the punishment of souls within the underworld itself. At the foundation of everything lies a single, profound statement: in the beginning, there was chaos. But chaos, for the Greeks, did not mean disorder. Instead, chaos referred to a deep, yawning abyss, a primordial condition of existence. It was dark, vast, and strangely substantial. It was not emptiness, but a kind of presence, a divine entity capable of being affected, even by forces like the lightning of Zeus. Only later, once the cosmos had taken shape, would chaos occupy the space between Earth and Tartarus. Importantly, the original meaning of chaos carried none of the modern sense of confusion. It was something far more fundamental, the raw state from which all things would emerge. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. After chaos, other primordial realities came into being. First was Gaia, the earth itself, broad and stable, the foundation upon which everything else would stand. Then came Tartarus, deep and hidden within the earth. And finally, Eros, the force of desire. These were not simply offspring of chaos, but independent entities, fundamental aspects of existence. Among them, Gaia and chaos would play the most significant genealogical roles. But Eros held a different kind of power. He was the force that drove creation itself. Without Eros, there would be no unions, no reproduction, no continuation of existence. He could be understood in many ways, as a cosmic principle, as a natural force, or even as a playful god who awakens desire in gods and mortals alike. From chaos emerged its first descendants. Without the need for a partner, chaos gave rise to Erebus, the embodiment of darkness, and Nyx, the night. Of the two, Nyx would become especially significant. She alone produced a vast lineage, one characterized not by individual personalities, but by personifications of dark and destructive forces. Erebus, closely associated with the underworld, complemented Nyx perfectly. His very name became synonymous with darkness itself. Together, they produced two surprising offspring, Hemera, the day, and Ether, the brightness of the upper air. At first glance, it may seem contradictory that light should emerge from darkness. But in the Greek worldview, opposites were not contradictions, they were interdependent. Night gives way to day. Darkness precedes light. In this sense, the emergence of light marks a crucial step forward in the formation of the cosmos. While chaos gave rise to abstract and often negative forces, Gaia became the origin of all that was tangible and life-sustaining. From herself, without a partner, she produced her first and most important child, Uranus, the sky. She also brought forth the mountains, known as Aurea, and the sea, called Pontus. With Uranus, Gaia would establish the principal divine lineage, the one that would eventually lead to the Olympian gods. But her creative power did not end there. She also formed a secondary lineage through her union with Pontus, giving rise to marine deities, nymphs, and creatures often described as monstrous or grotesque. These beings existed on the margins of the divine order, far from the structured hierarchy that would later define the Olympian world. To the sky above, to the earth beneath our feet, from a deep abyss. The Greek vision of the universe begins not with clarity, but with mystery. Through the Theogony, Hesiod offers more than a myth. He provides a framework for understanding existence itself. Chaos becomes structure. Darkness gives rise to light. And from the earth, the foundations of the cosmos are built. This is not merely a story of gods. It is a story of how the ancient Greeks made sense of the world around them. A world where every force, light and dark, sky and abyss, love and destruction, has its place in the unfolding order of the universe. And from this beginning, all things follow.